one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. I can only imagine. How many times have I told somebody else, I know exactly how you feel. The truth of the matter is, I can never know what someone else is thinking or feeling. I can only imagine. And how many times have I tried to figure out what great men and women of history were thinking and feeling as they went through the crucial times in their lives? Over and over again, I came back to the undeniable fact that I can only imagine. I thought about the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and what might have been going through his head as he came to the crossroads of his life. I wondered to myself, where did you get the courage and the faith to keep on going forward when all the world was against you? How did you reconcile in your mind the possibility of being assassinated in this country? And how did you write one of the greatest speeches of all time? I don't have a clue to the answers to those questions, for you see, I can only imagine. So if you will allow me, let me use my imagination as I try to get into the head of the Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. as he is preparing his famous I Have a Dream speech. But please remember, this is only my imagination. The date has already been set. August the 8th, 1963. That is the day Dr. King is scheduled to speak from the Lincoln Memorial at the March on Washington. But first, let's take a look at what was going on at the time Dr. King was preparing his famous speech. America was in turmoil, divided over the issue of race. Men and women of color were being murdered and lynched, and anyone else who supported their cause could have faced the same fate. Fire hoses were turned on the people. Dogs were sent out to attack them. Unjust laws were on the books, and America was about to explode. I have to imagine that Dr. King thought to himself, what am I going to say to the people? Whatever I say has to be about purpose and reconciliation. But first, I will need a foundation for my speech. So what will that foundation be? It has to be something that no one can deny. Oh yes, the Constitution of the United States of America and the Declaration of Independence. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal, and that no one can be denied the right to life, to live life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Now that is a great place to start. But where do I go from here? If we as a people are to go forward, then we will need to take a look back at where we have come from. I will have to give everyone a history lesson. I will have to remind them that even after 100 years after Abraham Lincoln signed the Emancipation Proclamation, the Negro is still not free. As long as we do not have the right to vote, as long as we cannot sit down at the restaurant of our choice, and as long as there is rampant police brutality, we as a people will never be free. And I have to tell everyone about this reoccurring dream that I have. A dream that America will rise up and live out the true meaning of her creed, whereby the color of our skin won't decide the content of our character. I dream of brotherhood and togetherness. I dream that my 4 little children won't ever have to go through what I have. I dream that we work together, pray together, struggle together. I pray that my dream will become real. And then there is the Liberty Bell. Many know that the Liberty Bell is located in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. That old bell had a distinct sound to it. Maybe I can mention freedom ringing from every part of the country, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring. And then there are those who want us to turn back and to wait. Well, we can do neither. If we go back, we will die. If we stay right where we're at, we will die. The only course available to us is for us to go forward. And as we go forward, I must remind my people, we cannot be guilty of wrongful deeds. We must not hate nor resent our white brothers and our white sisters. For many of our white brothers and white sisters have risked much on our behalf. We are all in the same boat. I wonder, will anyone ever heed these words of mine? Oh, how I pray that God will finally allow us to be free at last. I wonder, will there ever be a Negro president of the United States of America? I can never know for sure. I can only imagine.